So Pyrrho, I don't know where you're getting this from. Where are you getting the hollow bullet points from? Does that state that somewhere in the report? I don't remember reading that. What page number is that? Page number. Cite your page number. The bullets that I'm aware of, and the only pictures we have are, well, I have to go find them again here. Here's the picture of the bullet. And let me back out so we can see what we're looking at here. Right? And they do look flat, slightly flat. I don't know of any other picture that shows the actual top view of them. Now, they were also stamped on the bottom, 9mm Luger S&B. And so I give you a couple of links to that to look at this thing, because, well, here's some hollow points, right? These are 9mm Lugers, S&Bs. They're hollow point. They look kind of flat like that. These look a little deeper on their flatness, though, than Georgie's bullets. I don't know. It's a little hard to tell. But as you can see, though, these have, if we can get them to flip it around here. Start this over. Yeah, as you can see, these have different stampings on the bottom there. Now, we don't have a picture of the actual stamping of George's bullets. It was just described in the report, but I'm assuming it would look like this: 9mm Luger S&B. This is another photo, so that's different than that. All right. I mean, now technically speaking, you're going to have to fire the same exact bullet out of the same gun into the same pieces of clothing that Trayvon wore, and then into that gel stuff, right? That ballistics gel, to get an idea. But then it also went through the rib cage, but it didn't go through the rib. It went through the in between there. Now let's go look at. Well, I also wanted to say, yeah, I sent you that other video, this one, where it's not a hollow point, and but this is still a little bit of a different bullet, though. A little too far. There we go. That's where I wanted to be. You can see this inner lead core and this outer jacket. When we get to the report here, what do they talk about? They say they found 3 fragments of the projectile. The lead core was recovered in a pericardial sac behind the right ventricle. 2 fragments of the jacket are recovered in the right pleural, I don't know how to say it, I'm not a doctor, cavity behind the right lower lobe of the lung. So there's 3 pieces there. You know, I don't know much about bullets, right? If it was hollow core like that, would 2 fragments break off? No, I don't know. So we go into where it was found, right? Where those were found, right? And first we got the half-inch, well, half-inch below the nipple, and 1 inch to the left of the anterior of the midline. So that's like, what, just before that, just as that muscle starts coming off right here, right? Your little titty muscle. Not using my medical terms here, that's alright. Not using my anatomical terms. But, so we got to consider that first. Let's look at the trajectory, right? The projection, right? What the hell is it? The direction of projectile. That's what people are hung up. Oh, it says directly from front to back. Directly must be the word people are thinking of. So the path is what? Well, we get the skin first, of course. Then the left anterior, so that's the left-hand side of your body, folks. And then the 5th intercostal space, that's in between the lung, in between the ribs. And the pericardial sac, that's the lining of your heart. Then the right ventricle of the heart, which is when you're looking at the body to the left. And see, now that and is funny. Why did he do that? And right lower lung. Is he talking about the 2 pieces then, right there? That's what I'm thinking, right? I don't know. It's difficult to say. Well, anyways, I know you're all willing to easily buy what those folks say on your page about sticking sticks in bodies and such, but are they anatomical experts and stuff, and doctors and ballistics experts? No, they're not. Come on, man. You know that, but you were like, oh, you don't have to convince me. You got me sold so easily. Yeah, okay. So let's go look back here at this 3 fragments then, right? The lead core is recovered in the pericardial sac. Well, we got to look at some pictures here. Pericardial sac. Where do we want to start first? That one? No. Where's the other one? Actually, I want to start with look at the fragments. Because here's that lining I was talking about. So, like somewhere right here. It seems to me that's right on the edge of that lining, the lung there. I see. That's what we're looking at. And there's your heart. So we need another picture, though. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. Let's try... Oh yeah, let's try that one. That's a good one. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fifth one. Probably right there? Yeah. He said, well, I think, well, this picture might not be exactly right. Well, you get the point anyways. Now, where are you getting this 6 inches at least 6 inches deep? That's bizarre, man. I mean, that would be through the chest, through the heart, and like in his spine. I mean, the heart is only... That's why I sent you the other video, too. I'm like, dude, the heart's only like not even 2.5 inches thick. Come on, man. 6 inches. Right, so the fragments are in that lining right there. And the lower lobe of the lung, that's like, must be right at the, man, at the very corner or so. Here's the lower lobe of the lung. So, wow. I mean, it looks like it actually goes a little right to the left. But again, we're talking about such a short distance. Maybe I'll give you 3 inches at the most. And exactly where in the sac of the ventricle? Over here? That would even push it further to the left. That doesn't sound... And that sounds like it's going from a little bit right to the left. But unless we know exactly where in this right ventricle he's talking about, we don't know. Because what did he say? He just said, and that's in the sac behind the ventricle. Where is that? Right? It's hard to say. Right? And he doesn't give us any more than that. Then you get to this part. This is assuming a lot, isn't it? If there was a struggle for the gun, then obviously Trayvon has pulled himself back from that position some. You don't know. You're assuming their position is exactly that. That's we can use a lot of positions, right? I mean, this doesn't seem right. He couldn't have been that high up. So how would he get to his gun then, right? How about that one? And here's the arm is free. Of course, he'd have to go up under that arm. Here's another picture of the lobe. This one seems a little high, though, to me. But it's about right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Right about there. Just right at the edge there. And then the heart's over here. So it seems like it's going a little from the right to the left. Oh, crap. Oh, yeah, I should show you that photo somebody took there. Oh, my. Yeah, there's another photo of the space right there. But yeah, I can see the point of it. I mean, it depends how close they are together, right? It'd be hard to fit the gun. That gun isn't very big. There it is right there. I don't know the actual dimensions of it. I suppose that'd be easy to look up. It's not a very big gun though, as you can see. So he's not pulling out some, what is that, like a 455 or whatever it is, that really long barreled sucking thing. But as I was saying too, yeah, they're gonna say from the front to the back because it didn't enter his back into the front, it didn't enter his side to the front. It's the front of the body is where it first entered. I mean, that could be the degree. The angles of degree can vary a lot there, and your depth, I think, is just way off on 6 inches. Like I said, probably at the most 3 for that core. The fragments didn't even make it that far. The core went a little further and made it to the heart. The other ones only made it to that lining. Well, there's many other factors to consider about the gun. I mean, they talked about right, they did their testing with those very same bullets and gun fired at Trayvon's shirt, Trayvon's hoodie. They cut out a piece of the back of it, I believe, and used it that way. And that was determined then that it was an up-close shot. I know the other report said intermittent, intermediary or whatever it is, but they use that term. It depends on. Just look it up in Google Books. You'll find out that they use that term for various reasons. That doesn't mean he was far away. The gunshot on the closed shows the up-close shot. And then, of course, the stippling and all that and this. And then people were talking about the ejection of the shell. Oh, it went up in this way and to the right and this and that. Well, I mean, the variables are just so out there. We don't know the relation to where their body positions exactly were, or where that the gun was pointing in relation to the ejection chamber, right? We don't know that. And trying to figure that out as to where the shell was, that's just ridiculous. I mean, the crime scene was essentially contaminated. There's at least 15 people in and out of that crime scene, and they moved the body twice before they found the shell. I mean, they removed the body. First they rolled it over. I did all their CPR. 15 people in and out of there. Direct contact with the body and close to the body and around the crime scene. And then the medical examiner came and collected the body. It was only after that when they found the shell. So, I mean, that the possibility then of the shell getting knocked around, kicked around, yeah, it's very possible. And if you saw the picture of the shell in the grass, you could see it's pushed in there. Let's go look at that shell again, if we can find it real quick. There we go. There we go. See, it's kind of pushed in there, right? Pushed in the grass like that. You can tell me it fell exactly that way? And what are the chances of it getting kicked around? So, trying to figure out the position of the ejection chamber in relation to the shell, I would say, is a futile effort. As far as the timeline and all that other stuff we did later, I talked a lot about that already. I'll talk about more later. Alright, that's it. Peace out.